Hello everyone, I'm Chase Lee and welcome to another review of whatever I choose. In today's review, I'm going to review the pilot for The Grinder, the new Fox show that's going to come on Fox, starring Rob Lowe, and Fred Savage. And this is a show that is described as television lawyer Dean Sanderson, played by Lowe, moves back to his small hometown after a stint in Hollywood, thinking his time on TV qualifies him to run his family's law firm. And Fred Savage plays his brother. He is an attorney. His dad's also an attorney. And basically, since he played one on TV, he thinks he can just go into a courtroom and do it as well. So this was a part of the Fox night where I saw Grandfathered, The Grinder, and Scream Queens. And I'm here to review them in order that I saw them. This is my second review out of the three to do. If you want to check out Grandfathered pilot review, that will be in my channel, as well as Scream Queens pilot review, that will be also on my channel. But for right now we're doing The Grinder. And first I gotta say thank you, Fox, for giving us gifts for this screening. And I got a t-shirt with Rob Lowe's face on it. Thank you, Fox. Unfortunately, I can't wear it because it's a medium, so I will just have to stare at it. I gotta tell you, this gotta be one of those badass things ever. Because Rob Lowe, he's fantastic, which leads me into my segue. Listen, Rob Lowe is a comedic force. Okay, if you guys have not seen Parks and Recreation, it is a fantastic comedy, and he is in it, and he plays one of the best parts of that entire TV show. He's just a really funny actor, and he's really great at quick wit and improv, and that's what makes him stand out among the rest. So what did I think of The Grinder? Now listen, like I said, on TV shows, they're hard to do, man, especially one episode. There's no character development. It's all set up and build up and stuff. And I can pretty much just give you a grade in what I thought about the episode and tell you whether you shouldn't really continue after the pilot, or, you know, maybe it's got promise, or, you know, stick with it or whatever. So here are my thoughts on The Grinder. First of all, I love the chemistry between Rob Lowe and Fred Savage. Never thought it'd work, but it was actually pretty well done. I actually thought they were like these brothers that were like so far polar opposite. That's the way I am with my brother. I don't look anything like my brother. I'm polar opposite from him, and he's more fit and stuff, and I'm more kind of fat. So I totally bought them as brothers. I love their chemistry going back and forth. I love Fred Savage, man. Like, where the hell has he been? Wonder Years is like one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid, and it's great to see Fred back in the game. And his brother, Ben Savage, was also on Boy Meets World, and I love that show. So they just need to be more TV shows. But like I said, essentially, Rob Lowe plays this lawyer on television, and the show is called The Grinder, and people notice him everywhere in his hometown. Like, they're just like, "Oh, hey, The Grinder." He's like, "Hey, man, thanks." It's got that Rob Lowe wit to him. He kind of reminded me of his character on Parks and Rec, because he was so happy and cheerful all the time, and like he knew everything. It was great. And then Fred Savage is married. His wife is played by Mary Elizabeth Ellis, I think. Yeah, she plays the waitress on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which Fred Savage also directed a few episodes. See, everything's all crossbreeding here. It's getting crazy. But yeah, for the most part, I like their chemistry a lot, and I think the supporting cast is fine. Fred Savage's family and his wife and stuff, they're pretty good. I like them. They seem like they have a pretty good chemistry going on between them. Husband and a wife and a family. I like their kids and stuff. The dad's okay. I mean, I'm sure he'll have more to do as the series goes on, but he's pretty funny. I enjoyed him. Let's talk about the plausibility of this. This in no way, shape, or form would ever happen in real life, because towards the end of the episode, this is not spoiling anything, because you probably know where it's going to go. Rob Lowe does burst into a courtroom with the case or whatever, and you know, he starts lawyering, and the judge is like, "Well, I'll allow it," and stuff, and like, you know, because he's famous, he's on TV, so he knows what he's talking about. That would never happen in real life, but as a show and as a concept, I find it to be pretty funny. I mean, if you really think about it, it's like as like a show that's like fantasy and you know it's going to be out of the bounds of reality just a hair. I'm okay with this premise and I actually kind of dig it. I kind of want to see the future of Rob Lowe's character and whether he wants to become an actual lawyer or whether he goes back to Hollywood, or if he's so delusional that he thinks he's a lawyer and he can't get out of that state of mind, separating fantasy from reality. There's so many ways you can go down with this character. I'm actually fascinated to see where his character goes. As far as the comedy goes, I actually laughed at a few points in the show. I was like, that was actually really good. There was a few points where I laughed really hard. There was a few points where I laughed so mediocrely, I guess. And then there's a couple parts I smirked, and there was a couple parts I was like, they didn't really land for me. But the thing with comedy shows is that sometimes the pilot doesn't do it justice, and maybe it just takes a little bit to get its leggings. I understand that, but as far as the pilot goes, I'm just reviewing the pilot. I would say the jokes are about 60-40. I was like laughing about 60% of the time, or at least smiling, and then 40% of the time I was like, it doesn't really work for me. But I love the chemistry between Rob Lowe and Fred Savage. I cannot wait to see where that goes. I want to see where Rob Lowe's character goes, and even where Fred Savage goes with his character, because there's a connection between both of them besides that they're brothers. I'm not gonna spoil it. There's a connection, and I'm assuming that might play down the line as well. So as far as like the concept goes, it's ridiculous on all accounts, but I actually enjoyed it because that's where the comedy can stem from. I do like Rob Lowe's character. I think Rob Lowe is a fantastic comedic actor, and he's actually really funny in this episode, given with what he has. I love Fred Savage. I'm glad he's back. I love their chemistry between both of them. The supporting cast is fine. I like Fred Savage's family. The dad's okay. As far as like the looks of it and the way it's shot, it kind of has like that clean, modern family feel. It's just not, mockumentary style. So it's got that clean, polished look, like most shows do nowadays on television. Yeah, and that's about it. I mean, it flew by for what it was. It's a half an hour long show, not an hour long show, so it goes by pretty quick. I love the courtroom scene at the end. That totally made the episode for me because that's where Robert Lowe got to shine and actually got to be his actor character off the grinder and stuff. And like I said, it was really funny when he was walking down the street and people would be like, "Oh, the grinder! Oh, the grinder! Right? Is that the grinder?" And they'd be like, "Yo, the grinder! What's up, man?" So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about it. But as far as characters go, I believe Fred Savage and Rob Lowe can actually take these characters somewhere good. I just don't know yet. But the pilot was so, and then towards the end it got a little better for me. So if I had to rate this as my on my letter grade scale, I give this a C+. I think it's a little bit above average, but I couldn't get it to a B necessarily just because it was like 40% flat for me as far as the jokes go and as far as like just setup and stuff. I just, but as far as like would I continue watching this, is there a promise that I might continue it or continue it for sure? I'm in the middle with this one. I think the show actually has a lot of promise. You can go definitely a lot of comedy with this scenario, and you can also do a lot of drama, and they actually sprinkled some drama in there. It didn't really hit for me, but with Rob Lowe's character, I can see a lot of drama coming to the forefront between Fred Savage, his wife, and his brother, and Rob Lowe, maybe not being fulfilled in life, and he's just an actor that's delusional, that thinks of himself as a lawyer, but he can't really get out of it. I can see themselves going, more dramatic with this character, not distinguishing between reality and fantasy, or just going straight up comedic route, or do a little bit of both. I can actually see that. I kind of want the more of the dramatic side, but if they just hit that middle point and kind of do a little bit of both and just kind of, touch on both, I'm okay with that. So the Grinder pilot episode starring Rob Lowe, awesome guy. If you guys have not seen Parks and Rec, please watch that. And of course, the also incredible Fred Savage. I'm gonna give it a C+ for the pilot episode. I think this show has promise, and I might continue it when it gets closer to the date. I will see. This show actually comes out. Hold on, this is why I do these things live. This one comes out also Tuesday, September 29th. This is the same day as Grandfathered, which I also reviewed on my channel, so check that out. So that will do it for this episode of this television review. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, it's @RealChaseLee, and all the links will be in the description for everything else, including YouTube, all that jazz, will be in the links in the description below. The outro and the intro music is done by my friends band Fervent Roze. Check them out. And yeah, if you want to figure out more, or if you want to find out more about their songs and stuff, link will be in the description below for them as well. I am Chase Lee, and tune in next time for whatever I review next on this channel. See you guys next time. Let's play the outro music. Rob Lowe, man, he's... Phew. I'd love to be on a show with him. He seemed like a fun guy to hang out with. All right, see you guys later.